Power of Aura, written and published by Cloudy Library. Feel free to subscribe for more content. Now, let's get into the book. Introduction. In a world where connections are everything, charisma stands as a powerful force that can transform our personal and professional lives. But what exactly is this elusive quality that draws people in and leaves a lasting impression? Charisma, often described as a magnetic charm or presence, is more than just a natural gift bestowed upon a lucky few. It's a skill that can be understood, developed, and harnessed by anyone willing to embark on the journey of self-improvement. Power of Aura is your guide to unlocking the secrets of charisma and leveraging its potential to enhance every aspect of your life. Throughout this book, we'll explore the multifaceted nature of charisma, dispel common myths, and provide you with practical strategies to cultivate your own unique brand of magnetism. From the boardroom to the living room, charisma plays a crucial role in how we interact with others and how they perceive us. It's the spark that ignites meaningful conversations, the warmth that nurtures relationships, and the confidence that inspires trust and respect. Whether you're looking to advance your career, deepen your personal relationships, or simply navigate social situations with greater ease, developing your charisma can be the key to achieving your goals. In the chapters that follow, we'll delve into the science behind charisma, exploring its psychological and social foundations. You'll discover the different types of charisma and learn how to identify and strengthen your own charismatic style. We'll cover essential skills such as effective communication, body language, and emotional intelligence, providing you with a comprehensive toolkit for enhancing your personal magnetism. But Power of Aura is more than just a theoretical exploration. Each chapter is filled with practical exercises, real-world examples, and actionable advice that you can start applying immediately. By the time you finish this book, you'll have a deeper understanding of yourself, a greater ability to connect with others, and the confidence to command any room you enter. Prepare to embark on a transformative journey that will not only change how others see you, but also how you see yourself. The power of charisma awaits. Are you ready to unlock your full potential? Chapter 1. Understanding charisma. Charisma is often described as that indefinable something that sets certain individuals apart. It's the quality that makes people lean in when you speak, hang on your every word, and feel drawn to you even if they can't explain why. But what exactly is charisma, and why does it hold such power over our interactions and relationships? At its core, charisma is a form of personal magnetism that allows an individual to influence and inspire others. It's a combination of traits and behaviors that create a compelling presence, one that captivates attention and evokes positive emotions in those around them. Charismatic individuals seem to possess an almost magical ability to connect with others, to make them feel understood and valued, and to motivate them towards a common goal or vision. The concept of charisma has fascinated scholars, leaders, and everyday individuals for centuries. The term itself comes from the Greek word charisma, meaning divine gift or favor. This etymology hints at the long-held belief that charisma was something bestowed upon a chosen few, an innate quality that couldn't be learned or developed. However, modern research in psychology and social sciences has revealed a much more nuanced and encouraging truth. While some people may have a natural predisposition towards charismatic behavior, charisma is largely a skill that can be understood, practiced, and improved. To truly grasp the nature of charisma, it's essential to look at the psychological and social factors that contribute to its power. One key element is emotional contagion, the tendency for humans to unconsciously mimic and synchronize with the emotions of those around them. Charismatic individuals are often skilled at projecting positive emotions and energy, which in turn influences the emotional state of others in their presence. This creates a feedback loop of positive interaction, reinforcing the charismatic person's influence. Another crucial factor is the concept of social proof, a psychological phenomenon where people look to others to determine appropriate behavior in ambiguous situations. Charismatic individuals often become natural focal points in social settings, with others unconsciously looking to them for cues on how to act or feel. This reinforces the charismatic person's status and influence within the group. Cognitive biases also play a role in how we perceive and respond to charismatic individuals. The halo effect, for instance, is a cognitive bias where positive impressions in one area influence our overall perception of a person. A charismatic individual's ability to make a strong first impression can lead others to attribute additional positive qualities to them, even in unrelated areas. It's important to note that charisma isn't a one-size-fits-all trait. Research has identified several distinct types of charisma, each with its own characteristics and effects on others. Understanding these different types can help individuals recognize their own charismatic strengths and areas for development. Visionary charisma is perhaps the most commonly recognized form, often associated with inspirational leaders and innovators. Individuals with visionary charisma have a compelling ability to articulate a future that others can't yet see, inspiring hope and motivation in their followers. They possess a contagious enthusiasm for their ideas and a talent for communicating complex concepts in accessible, exciting ways. Focused charisma, on the other hand, is characterized by an intense presence and ability to make others feel truly seen and heard. People with this type of charisma excel at one-on-one interactions, making their conversation partners feel like the most important person in the room. They demonstrate exceptional listening skills and an ability to focus their full attention on the person they're interacting with. Kindness charisma is rooted in warmth, empathy, and a genuine concern for others. Individuals with this type of charisma have a knack for making others feel comfortable and cared for. They often possess a soothing presence and an ability to create a sense of safety and trust in their interactions. Authority charisma is based on perceived competence, confidence, and status. This type of charisma is often seen in respected experts, successful business leaders, or individuals in positions of power. It's characterized by a commanding presence, decisiveness, and an ability to project certainty and expertise. While these different types of charisma can be identified and studied separately, it's worth noting that many charismatic individuals display a combination of these traits, adapting their approach based on the situation and the people they're interacting with. Despite the growing understanding of charisma as a learnable skill, several misconceptions persist that can hinder people's efforts to develop their own charismatic presence. One common myth is that charisma is solely about being extroverted or outgoing. While extroversion can certainly contribute to certain types of charismatic behavior, introverts can be equally charismatic in their own ways, often excelling in focused charisma or in more intimate, one-on-one interactions. Another misconception is that charisma is all about being liked. While charismatic individuals often are well-liked, true charisma is more about influence and impact than mere popularity. In fact, some of the most charismatic figures in history have been controversial or even divisive, but their ability to inspire strong emotions and loyalty in their followers is undeniable. There's also a persistent belief that charisma is about manipulating others or putting on a false front. While charisma can certainly be misused by unscrupulous individuals, authentic charisma is rooted in genuine connection and communication. The most effective and sustainable charismatic presence comes from a place of authenticity, not pretense. Some people mistakenly believe that charisma is only important for those in leadership positions or high-profile careers. In reality, charisma can enhance all types of interpersonal interactions, from personal relationships to everyday professional encounters. Developing charisma can benefit anyone who wants to communicate more effectively, build stronger connections, or simply navigate social situations with greater ease and confidence. It's also worth addressing the misconception that charisma is a fixed trait, that you either have it or you don't. As we've discussed, while some individuals may have a natural inclination towards charismatic behavior, the skills and traits that contribute to charisma can be learned and developed over time. Like any skill, improving one's charisma requires practice, self-reflection, and a willingness to step outside one's comfort zone. Understanding the true nature of charisma, its psychological underpinnings, various forms, and common misconceptions, is the first step towards developing your own charismatic presence. By recognizing charisma as a multifaceted, learnable skill, you open yourself up to the possibility of growth and improvement in this area. As we move forward in this book, we'll delve deeper into the specific components that contribute to charisma and explore practical strategies for enhancing these qualities in yourself. We'll look at the role of self-awareness and emotional intelligence in developing charisma, examine the importance of nonverbal communication and body language, and explore techniques for improving your vocal presence and communication skills. Remember, the journey to developing charisma is not about becoming someone you're not. It's about uncovering and amplifying the most compelling aspects of your authentic self. It's about learning to connect more deeply with others, to communicate your ideas more effectively, and to inspire and influence those around you in positive ways. As you embark on this journey, it's important to approach the process with patience and self-compassion. Developing charisma is not an overnight transformation, but rather a gradual evolution. You may find that some aspects of charismatic behavior come naturally to you, while others require more conscious effort and practice. This is normal and to be expected. It's also crucial to remember that charisma, like any powerful tool, comes with responsibility. As you develop your charismatic abilities, it's important to consider the ethical implications of your increased influence on others. True charisma should be used to uplift, inspire, and create positive change, not to manipulate or exploit. In the chapters that follow, we'll provide you with a roadmap for developing your charismatic potential. We'll explore exercises and techniques designed to enhance your self-awareness, improve your communication skills, and boost your confidence. We'll look at how to apply charismatic principles in various contexts, from personal relationships to professional settings. By the end of this book, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of charisma and a toolkit of strategies to enhance your own charismatic presence. Whether you're looking to become a more effective leader, build stronger personal relationships, or simply navigate social situations with greater ease and confidence, the principles of charisma can help you achieve your goals. The power of charisma lies not in some mystical, unattainable quality, but in very real, learnable skills and behaviors. By understanding the science behind charisma, dispelling common myths, and committing to personal growth, you can unlock your own charismatic potential and harness its power to transform your interactions and relationships. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences with charisma. Think about individuals in your life who you consider charismatic. What qualities do they possess? How do they make you feel when you interact with them? Consider which aspects of charisma you'd like to develop in yourself, and keep these goals in mind as we delve deeper into the foundations and techniques of charismatic behavior in the coming chapters. Remember, the journey to developing charisma is as much about self-discovery as it is about learning new skills. As you work on enhancing your charismatic presence, you may find yourself gaining not just influence over others, but also a deeper understanding of yourself and your interactions with the world around you. Embrace this journey of growth and self-improvement and prepare to unlock the full power of your personal charisma. Chapter 2. The Foundations of Charisma. Now that we have a clear understanding of what charisma is and why it matters, it's time to delve into the core elements that form the foundation of charismatic behavior. These fundamental components, self-awareness, emotional intelligence, body language, vocal techniques, and presence, are the building blocks upon which a truly magnetic personality is constructed. By developing these areas, you'll be well on your way to enhancing your charismatic aura. Let's begin with self-awareness, the cornerstone of personal growth and charismatic development. Self-awareness is the conscious knowledge of one's own character, feelings, motives, and desires. It's about understanding not just who you are, but how you're perceived by others and how your actions and words impact those around you. Developing self-awareness is a journey of introspection and honest self-evaluation. To cultivate self-awareness, start by regularly checking in with yourself. Take time each day to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Ask yourself questions like, how am I feeling right now? Why am I reacting this way to a particular situation? What motivates my actions and decisions? This practice of self-reflection can help you identify patterns in your behavior and thought processes, giving you greater control over your responses and interactions. Another powerful tool for developing self-awareness is seeking feedback from others. While it can be uncomfortable to hear critiques or observations about ourselves, this external perspective is invaluable. Ask trusted friends, family members, or colleagues for honest feedback about how you come across in different situations. Their insights can help you identify blind spots in your self-perception and areas for improvement in your interactions with others. Closely linked to self-awareness is emotional intelligence, often considered the secret ingredient of charisma. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, as well as recognize, understand, and influence the emotions of others. It's what allows charismatic individuals to navigate social situations with grace, connect deeply with others, and respond appropriately to the emotional undercurrents of any interaction. To improve your emotional intelligence, start by working on your ability to identify and name your emotions. Many people have a limited emotional vocabulary, defaulting to broad terms like good or bad. By expanding your emotional lexicon and learning to distinguish between subtle emotional states, you'll gain a more nuanced understanding of your inner world. This, in turn, will help you better understand and relate to the emotions of others. Practice empathy by making a conscious effort to see situations from other people's perspectives. When interacting with someone, try to imagine how they might be feeling and what might be motivating their behavior. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everyone, but understanding where they're coming from can help you respond more effectively and compassionately. Another key aspect of emotional intelligence is emotional regulation, the ability to manage and respond to emotional experiences in healthy ways. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather acknowledging them and choosing how to express them appropriately. Techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness meditation, and cognitive reframing can all help in developing better emotional regulation. Moving from the internal to the external, let's consider the crucial role of body language in charismatic communication. Nonverbal cues often speak louder than words, and mastering the art of body language can dramatically enhance your charismatic presence. Charismatic individuals tend to use open, confident body language that invites connection and projects assurance. Start by becoming more aware of your own body language. Notice how you stand, sit, and move in different situations. Are you often crossing your arms, which can appear defensive? Do you make eye contact or tend to look away? Do you take up space confidently or try to make yourself smaller? Simply being conscious of these habits is the first step towards changing them. To project charismatic body language, focus on maintaining an open posture. Keep your arms uncrossed, your shoulders back, and your chin up. Make appropriate eye contact, enough to show engagement and confidence, but not so much that it becomes uncomfortable. Use gestures to emphasize your points, but keep them controlled and purposeful. Remember that charismatic body language isn't just about how you position yourself, but also how you respond to others. Mirroring, subtly matching the body language of the person you're interacting with, can create a sense of rapport and connection. Just be careful not to mimic in an obvious or exaggerated way, as this can come across as insincere or mocking. Facial expressions are another critical component of nonverbal communication. A genuine smile can be incredibly powerful in creating a positive impression and putting others at ease. Practice being more expressive with your face, letting your emotions show in appropriate ways. This doesn't mean exaggerating your expressions, but rather allowing your face to naturally reflect your engagement and interest in the conversation. Equally important to body language is the power of your voice. The way you speak can have a profound impact on how your message is received and how you're perceived. Charismatic individuals often have voices that are pleasant to listen to and that convey confidence and warmth. To improve your vocal presence, start by paying attention to your breathing. Proper breathing from your diaphragm will give your voice more power and resonance. Practice speaking from your chest voice rather than your head voice, which can sound higher-pitched and less authoritative. Vary your tone and pace to keep your speech engaging. A monotone voice can quickly lose the listener's attention, no matter how interesting the content. Use pauses effectively. They can add emphasis, give the listener time to process what you've said, and build anticipation for what's coming next. Be mindful of your volume, ensuring you're speaking loudly enough to be heard clearly without shouting. Pay attention to your articulation, pronouncing words clearly and avoiding mumbling. And perhaps most importantly, work on eliminating filler words like and like. These can detract from your message and make you seem less confident. The pitch of your voice also plays a role in how you're perceived. Generally, slightly lower pitches are associated with authority and confidence. While you shouldn't try to drastically alter your natural voice, being aware of your pitch and making small adjustments can enhance your charismatic presence. Now, let's address the concept of presence, that elusive quality that makes some people seem to command attention effortlessly. Presence is about being fully engaged in the current moment, both mentally and physically. It's what allows charismatic individuals to make others feel like they're the only person in the room. Developing presence starts with practicing mindfulness. This means learning to focus your attention on the present moment, rather than getting caught up in thoughts about the past or future. Mindfulness meditation can be a powerful tool for developing this skill. Even just a few minutes of focused breathing each day can help improve your ability to stay present in your interactions. When engaging with others, practice giving them your full attention. Put away distractions like your phone and really listen to what they're saying. Show that you're listening through your body language, nodding, maintaining eye contact, and responding with appropriate facial expressions. Presence also involves being comfortable with silence. Many people rush to fill every pause in conversation, but charismatic individuals understand the power of a well-placed silence. It can create tension, emphasis, or simply give others space to process and respond. Another aspect of presence is authenticity. Charismatic presence isn't about putting on a show or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about bringing your true self to each interaction with confidence and openness. This doesn't mean sharing everything about yourself indiscriminately, but rather being genuine in your interactions and true to your values and beliefs. Confidence is a key component of charismatic presence. This doesn't mean never feeling uncertain or nervous, but rather developing the ability to project assurance even when you're not feeling 100% confident. One way to build confidence is through preparation. The more knowledgeable and prepared you feel, the more confident you're likely to appear. Another technique for enhancing your presence is to practice power posing. Research has shown that adopting expansive, powerful postures for just a few minutes can increase feelings of confidence and power. Before entering a situation where you want to project charisma, try standing in a power pose, perhaps with your hands on your hips and your chin lifted, for a couple of minutes. As you work on developing these foundational elements of charisma, remember that consistency is key. These aren't skills that you can perfect overnight, but rather habits and mindsets that you'll need to cultivate over time. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small improvements along the way. It's also important to remember that developing charisma isn't about becoming someone else. The most powerful charisma comes from authenticity, from being the best, most engaging version of yourself. As you work on these skills, don't try to mimic someone else's style of charisma. Instead, focus on enhancing your natural strengths and developing a charismatic presence that feels true to who you are. Lastly, keep in mind that charisma isn't about being on all the time. Even the most charismatic individuals have moments when they're not at their best. The goal is to develop the ability to tap into your charismatic presence when you need it, while still allowing yourself moments of quiet and reflection. As we move forward in this book, we'll build upon these foundational elements, exploring how to apply them in various contexts and situations. Remember, developing charisma is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the process of growth and discovery, and you'll find that your ability to connect with and influence others will naturally evolve and strengthen over time. Chapter 3: Building Charismatic Communication Skills. Communication is the lifeblood of charisma. It's through our words, tone, and the way we engage with others that we truly bring our charismatic presence to life. In this chapter, We'll explore the key communication skills that can elevate your interactions from ordinary to extraordinary, helping you to captivate, persuade, and inspire those around you. Let's begin with one of the most fundamental yet often overlooked aspects of charismatic communication: active listening. Many people mistakenly believe that charisma is all about being a great talker, but truly charismatic individuals are, first and foremost, exceptional listeners. Active listening goes beyond simply hearing the words someone is saying. It involves fully engaging with the speaker, showing genuine interest, and striving to understand not just the content of their message, but the emotions and intentions behind it. To practice active listening, start by giving the speaker your full attention. Put away distractions, maintain appropriate eye contact, and use your body language to show you're engaged. Lean in slightly, nod when appropriate, and use facial expressions that reflect your interest and understanding. Resist the urge to interrupt or to start formulating your response while the other person is still speaking. Instead, focus entirely on what they're saying and how they're saying it. Another key aspect of active listening is the use of verbal and nonverbal feedback. This can include small encouragements like or I see, as well as more substantive responses that demonstrate you've understood and processed what's been said. Try paraphrasing key points back to the speaker to confirm your understanding and show that you've been paying attention. Remember, the goal of active listening isn't just to gather information, but to make the speaker feel truly heard and understood. This creates a powerful connection and lays the groundwork for meaningful, charismatic communication. Closely tied to active listening is the skill of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It's what allows us to forge deep connections, to respond compassionately to others' experiences, and to navigate complex social situations with grace and understanding. Developing empathy starts with curiosity about others' experiences and perspectives. When engaging in conversation, make a conscious effort to imagine yourself in the other person's position. What might they be feeling? What experiences or beliefs might be influencing their viewpoint? This doesn't mean you have to agree with everyone, but striving to understand where they're coming from can dramatically improve your ability to communicate effectively and charismatically. Practice expressing empathy in your responses. Use phrases like, "That sounds challenging," or "I can imagine how you might feel in that situation," to show that you're trying to understand their emotional experience. Be careful not to overshadow their experience with your own. Saying, "I know exactly how you feel," can sometimes come across as dismissive. Instead, focus on acknowledging and validating their feelings. Remember that empathy isn't just about responding to negative emotions. Being able to genuinely share in someone's joy or excitement is equally important in building strong, charismatic connections. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most powerful tools in the charismatic communicator's arsenal: storytelling. Humans are hardwired to respond to stories. A well-told story can captivate attention, evoke emotions, and make complex ideas accessible in a way that dry facts and figures never could. To harness the power of storytelling in your communication, start by building a repertoire of personal anecdotes and experiences that illustrate key points or lessons. These don't have to be grand, life-changing events. Often, small, relatable experiences can be the most effective in connecting with your audience. When crafting your stories, focus on creating a clear structure with a beginning, middle, and end. Start with a hook that grabs attention, build tension or interest through the middle, and conclude with a clear point or takeaway. Use vivid, sensory details to bring your story to life, and don't be afraid to use your voice and body language to enhance the telling. Practice your storytelling skills in low-stakes situations, perhaps with friends or family. Pay attention to which parts of your stories seem to resonate most with your listeners, and refine your technique based on their reactions. Remember, the goal of storytelling and charismatic communication isn't to show off or to dominate the conversation. Instead, use stories strategically to illustrate points, build connections, and inspire or motivate your audience. Closely related to storytelling is the art of persuasion. Charismatic individuals often have a knack for winning others over to their point of view. not through force or manipulation, but through compelling, authentic communication. One key principle of persuasive communication is to focus on benefits rather than features. Instead of simply listing the attributes of your idea or proposal, emphasize how it will positively impact your audience. This requires understanding your audience's needs, desires, and pain points, another area where active listening and empathy come into play. Use concrete examples and analogies to make your points more relatable and easier to understand. If you're dealing with abstract concepts or complex ideas, try to find ways to ground them in familiar, everyday experiences. Another powerful persuasion technique is the use of social proof. We're naturally influenced by the actions and opinions of others, so sharing examples of how others have benefited from or supported your idea can be very effective. Remember, true persuasion isn't about winning an argument, but about finding common ground and creating mutual understanding. Be open to compromise and be willing to adjust your own position based on new information or perspectives. As you develop your charismatic communication skills, you'll inevitably encounter challenging conversations. Whether it's addressing a conflict, delivering difficult feedback, or navigating a sensitive topic, the ability to handle these situations with grace is a hallmark of true charisma. When approaching a difficult conversation, start by setting the right tone. Choose a private, comfortable setting if possible, and begin with a statement that shows your positive intent. For example, "I wanted to talk to you because I value our relationship and I think it's important we address this." Use I statements to express your thoughts and feelings without placing blame. Instead of, "You always interrupt me," try, "I feel frustrated when I'm not able to finish my thoughts in our conversations." This approach is less likely to put the other person on the defensive and more likely to lead to productive dialogue. Practice active listening and empathy throughout the conversation. Even if you disagree with the other person's perspective, make an effort to understand where they're coming from. Acknowledge their feelings and perspectives before offering your own. Be clear and specific in your communication, avoiding vague generalities that can lead to misunderstanding. If you're providing feedback or addressing a problem, focus on specific behaviors or situations rather than making sweeping statements about the person's character. Remember to manage your own emotions during difficult conversations. If you feel yourself becoming angry or upset, take a moment to breathe deeply and center yourself. It's okay to take a break if things become too heated. Suggest resuming the conversation when everyone has had a chance to calm down. Another crucial aspect of charismatic communication is the ability to command attention in public speaking situations. Whether you're presenting to a small group or addressing a large audience, the principles of charismatic communication can help you deliver your message with impact and influence. Start by thoroughly preparing your content. Know your material inside and out, but avoid memorizing a script word for word. Instead, focus on internalizing your key points and the overall structure of your talk. This will allow you to speak more naturally and adapt to your audience's reactions. Use the power of your voice to enhance your message. Vary your tone, pace, and volume to keep your audience engaged and to emphasize key points. Use pauses strategically. A well-timed pause can create emphasis, build anticipation, or give your audience time to process an important idea. Engage your audience by making eye contact, using inclusive language, "we" instead of "I", and, when appropriate, encouraging participation through questions or activities. Remember that public speaking is a form of conversation, even if it's largely one-sided. Strive to create a sense of connection with your audience. Use gestures and movement purposefully to reinforce your message and maintain energy. But be careful not to fidget or pace nervously, as this can be distracting. Practice your delivery in front of a mirror or record yourself to identify any distracting mannerisms. Perhaps most importantly, let your authenticity and passion shine through. Audiences respond to speakers who are genuinely excited about their topic and who bring their true selves to the presentation. As we conclude this chapter on charismatic communication skills, it's important to remember that becoming a truly charismatic communicator is a journey, not a destination. These skills take time and practice to develop, and even the most charismatic individuals are constantly refining and adapting their approach. Don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Every interaction is an opportunity to practice and improve. Pay attention to how people respond to you, be willing to learn from both your successes and your missteps, and keep pushing yourself to grow. Remember, too, that charismatic communication isn't about adopting a false persona or manipulating others. It's about bringing the best version of yourself to every interaction, connecting authentically with others, and using your communication skills to create positive outcomes for everyone involved. As you move forward, focus on integrating these skills into your daily life. Look for opportunities to practice active listening in your conversations. Challenge yourself to use storytelling techniques in your explanations. Approach difficult conversations with empathy and clear communication. With time and practice, you'll find these skills becoming second nature, enhancing your charisma and transforming your interactions in both personal and professional settings. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to apply these charismatic communication skills specifically to personal relationships, examining how charisma can deepen connections, resolve conflicts, and create more fulfilling interactions with the people closest to us. Chapter 4. Charisma in Personal Relationships. While charisma is often associated with public figures and professional success, its power to transform personal relationships is equally profound. In this chapter, we'll explore how the principles of charisma can enhance our most intimate connections, from romantic partnerships to family bonds and friendships. We'll also examine how charismatic skills can help us navigate social situations with greater ease and confidence. Let's begin with romantic relationships, where charisma can play a crucial role in both attracting a partner and maintaining a strong, vibrant connection over time. In the early stages of romance, charisma can be a powerful force of attraction. Charismatic individuals often have an easier time making initial connections, as their warmth, confidence, and ability to make others feel special can create an immediate spark of interest. However, it's important to note that true charisma in romantic relationships goes far beyond the surface-level charm often associated with pick-up artists or manipulative dating tactics. Authentic charisma in romance is about creating genuine connections, showing sincere interest in your partner, and bringing out the best in each other. One key aspect of charisma in romantic relationships is the ability to maintain a sense of mystery and excitement, even in long-term partnerships. This doesn't mean being secretive or playing games, but rather continuing to grow as an individual and bringing new experiences and perspectives to the relationship. Charismatic partners often have a knack for keeping things fresh, whether it's by initiating new activities, engaging in deep, meaningful conversations, or simply approaching familiar routines with a sense of playfulness and joy. Active listening, which we discussed in the previous chapter, is particularly crucial in romantic relationships. Really tuning in to your partner's words, emotions, and nonverbal cues can help you understand their needs and desires on a deeper level. This understanding allows you to respond in ways that make your partner feel truly seen and appreciated. Empathy, another cornerstone of charisma, is equally important in romantic partnerships. Being able to put yourself in your partner's shoes, to understand and validate their feelings even when you disagree, can diffuse tensions and strengthen your emotional bond. Remember, empathy doesn't mean you always have to agree, but it does mean making a sincere effort to understand your partner's perspective. Charismatic individuals also tend to excel at expressing appreciation and affection in relationships. They understand the power of sincere compliments, thoughtful gestures, and expressions of gratitude. Make a habit of regularly expressing what you love and admire about your partner, not just in grand romantic gestures, but in small, everyday moments. In times of conflict, charismatic communication skills can be invaluable. The ability to address issues calmly and clearly, to listen without becoming defensive, and to focus on finding solutions rather than assigning blame can transform the way you and your partner handle disagreements. Remember to use I statements, focus on specific behaviors rather than making sweeping generalizations, and always approach conflicts with the mindset that you and your partner are on the same team, working together to solve a problem. Moving from romantic relationships to family dynamics, charisma can play a significant role in strengthening family bonds and navigating the complex web of family relationships. Whether you're dealing with immediate family, extended relatives, or chosen family, charismatic skills can help create more harmonious and fulfilling connections. One key aspect of charisma and family relationships is the ability to adapt your communication style to different family members. What works well with your sibling might not be the best approach with your grandparent or your young niece or nephew. Charismatic individuals are often adept at code switching, adjusting their language, tone, and manner to best connect with each individual family member. In family settings, storytelling can be a powerful tool for building connections and passing down family history and values. Charismatic family members often become the keepers and tellers of family stories, using their narrative skills to bring the family's past to life and create a sense of shared identity and heritage. Charisma can also be invaluable in navigating family conflicts or tensions. The ability to remain calm in heated situations, to listen to all sides without judgment, and to find common ground can often make the difference between a family feud and a resolved issue. Remember to use your empathy skills to understand where each family member is coming from, even if you disagree with their position. In parent-child relationships, charisma can help create stronger bonds and more effective communication. Charismatic parents often have a knack for making their children feel truly heard and understood, while still maintaining necessary boundaries and authority. They use their storytelling skills to make lessons more engaging and memorable, and their ability to connect on an emotional level to create a sense of safety and trust. For adult children dealing with aging parents, charismatic communication skills can ease what are often difficult conversations about health, finances, and changing family dynamics. The ability to approach these topics with sensitivity, clarity, and respect can make a world of difference in maintaining positive relationships during times of transition. Turning our attention to friendships, charisma can play a crucial role in both forming new connections and deepening existing ones. Charismatic individuals often find it easier to strike up conversations and form initial bonds with potential friends. Their warmth, genuine interest in others, and ability to make people feel at ease can quickly break down barriers and create a sense of connection. However, true charisma in friendships goes beyond just being likable or popular. It's about creating genuine, meaningful connections that stand the test of time. Charismatic friends are often those who make others feel valued and understood. They practice active listening, showing sincere interest in their friends' lives, thoughts, and feelings. They remember details from past conversations and follow up on them, demonstrating that they truly care. One key aspect of charisma in friendships is the ability to be supportive without being overbearing. Charismatic friends know how to offer encouragement and assistance in a way that empowers rather than diminishes their friends. They celebrate their friends' successes without jealousy and offer comfort in times of struggle without trying to fix everything. Charismatic individuals also tend to be good at maintaining friendships over time and distance. They understand the importance of regular communication and make an effort to stay in touch, even when life gets busy. They use their storytelling skills to share their experiences vividly, helping faraway friends feel connected to their lives. And they use their empathy and listening skills to remain attuned to their friends' lives and emotions, even when they can't be physically present. In group friendships or social circles, charismatic individuals often naturally take on the role of connectors. They introduce friends to each other, facilitate group activities, and help create a sense of community. They're skilled at managing group dynamics, making sure everyone feels included and valued in social situations. When conflicts arise in friendships, charismatic individuals are often able to address issues directly but tactfully. They use their communication skills to express their feelings clearly without attacking, and their empathy to understand their friend's perspective. They focus on finding solutions and repairing the relationship rather than assigning blame. Now, let's consider how charisma can help us navigate broader social situations with greater ease and confidence. Whether you're attending a party where you don't know many people, networking at a professional event, or simply interacting with acquaintances in your daily life, Charismatic skills can make these experiences more enjoyable and rewarding. One key aspect of charisma in social situations is the ability to make others feel comfortable and valued. This starts with your body language, maintaining open, welcoming postures, making appropriate eye contact, and offering genuine smiles can immediately put others at ease. Remember that charisma is often about making others feel good about themselves, not just impressing them with your own qualities. In conversations with new people, use your active listening skills to show genuine interest. Ask open-ended questions that allow others to share about themselves, and follow up with thoughtful responses that demonstrate you're truly engaged. Remember details they share and refer back to them later in the conversation. This shows that you're really paying attention and values what they're saying. Charismatic individuals are often skilled at finding common ground with a wide range of people. They're able to converse on various topics and find points of connection even with those who seem very different from them. This doesn't mean pretending to be an expert on everything, but rather showing curiosity and a willingness to learn from others' experiences and perspectives. In group settings, charismatic people often naturally take on the role of facilitators. They might introduce people who have something in common, draw quieter individuals into the conversation, or smoothly change the subject if the discussion becomes tense or uncomfortable. They're adept at reading the room and adjusting their behavior accordingly. Remember that being charismatic in social situations doesn't mean always being the center of attention or dominating every conversation. Sometimes, the most charismatic thing you can do is to shine the spotlight on others, asking questions that allow them to share their knowledge or experiences. When it comes to navigating potentially awkward or uncomfortable social situations, charismatic individuals often rely on their sense of humor and ability to put things in perspective. They can often diffuse tension with a well-timed joke or light-hearted comment without making light of serious issues. They're also typically good at gracefully exiting conversations or situations that are no longer productive or comfortable. As we conclude this chapter on charisma and personal relationships, it's important to remember that developing these skills is an ongoing process. Every interaction, whether with a romantic partner, family member, friend, or new acquaintance, is an opportunity to practice and refine your charismatic abilities. Remember, too, that true charisma in personal relationships isn't about creating a perfect, idealized version of yourself. It's about bringing authenticity, empathy, and positive energy to your interactions. It's about making others feel valued and understood, while also staying true to your own values and boundaries. As you move forward, try to be mindful of how you're applying charismatic principles in your personal relationships. Notice how small changes in your communication style or approach can affect the quality of your interactions. Be patient with yourself as you develop these skills, and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to apply charismatic principles in professional settings, examining how charisma can enhance leadership, networking, negotiations, and overall career advancement. But remember, the lines between personal and professional relationships often blur, and the charismatic skills you develop in one area will inevitably enhance the other. Chapter 5. Charisma in Professional Settings. In the modern workplace, technical skills and knowledge are undoubtedly important, but it's often charisma that sets truly successful professionals apart. Whether you're a leader guiding a team, an entrepreneur pitching to investors, or an employee navigating office dynamics, charisma can be a powerful tool for achieving your professional goals. In this chapter, we'll explore how to harness the power of charisma in various professional contexts, from leadership and networking to negotiations and career advancement. Let's begin by examining the role of charisma in leadership. Charismatic leaders have a unique ability to inspire, motivate, and guide their teams towards a shared vision. They're often described as having a magnetic personality that naturally draws others in and makes people want to follow them. But what exactly sets charismatic leaders apart, and how can you develop these qualities in your own leadership style? One key aspect of charismatic leadership is the ability to communicate a compelling vision. Charismatic leaders don't just set goals. They paint a vivid picture of what success looks like and why it matters. They use storytelling techniques to make their vision come alive, connecting it to their team members' values and aspirations. When communicating your vision as a leader, focus on the why as much as the what. Help your team understand not just what needs to be done, but why it's important and how it fits into the bigger picture. Charismatic leaders also excel at building strong, personal connections with their team members. They take the time to get to know each individual, understanding their strengths, challenges, and aspirations. This personal touch allows them to tailor their leadership approach to each team member, providing the right balance of support and challenge to help each person grow and excel. As a leader, make an effort to have regular one-on-one conversations with your team members that go beyond just task assignments and status updates. Show genuine interest in their professional development and personal well-being. Another hallmark of charismatic leadership is the ability to remain calm and confident in the face of challenges. When things get tough, team members look to their leaders for guidance and reassurance. Charismatic leaders are able to acknowledge difficulties while maintaining an optimistic outlook and a focus on solutions. They use their communication skills to keep the team informed and engaged, even during times of uncertainty or change. Practice maintaining your composure during stressful situations, and work on communicating with clarity and confidence even when you don't have all the answers. Charismatic leaders are also often skilled at recognizing and celebrating their team's achievements. They understand the power of positive reinforcement and know how to make team members feel valued and appreciated. This goes beyond just offering praise. Charismatic leaders often have a knack for making recognition feel personal and meaningful. When acknowledging your team's successes, be specific about what was done well and why it matters. Connect individual achievements to the team's larger goals and values. Moving beyond leadership, let's consider how charisma can enhance your networking abilities. In today's interconnected business world, your network can often be as valuable as your skills or knowledge. Charismatic networkers have a way of making meaningful connections quickly and leaving a lasting positive impression. One key to charismatic networking is the ability to make others feel important and interesting. Instead of focusing on promoting yourself, concentrate on showing genuine interest in the people you meet. Use your active listening skills to really engage with what others are saying. Ask thoughtful follow-up questions that demonstrate you're paying attention and value their insights. Remember, the goal of networking isn't just to hand out as many business cards as possible, but to start building real relationships. Charismatic networkers are also skilled at finding common ground with a wide range of people. They're able to converse on various topics and quickly identify shared interests or experiences. This doesn't mean you need to be an expert on everything. Instead, cultivate a sense of curiosity about different industries, cultures, and perspectives. Be open to learning from every person you meet. Another important aspect of charismatic networking is the ability to articulate your own value proposition clearly and compellingly. When the opportunity arises to talk about yourself or your work, be prepared with a concise, engaging description. Use storytelling techniques to make your experiences come alive, and focus on how your skills or insights could be valuable to others. Remember, it's not just about what you do, but about the problems you solve or the value you create. Follow-up is where many networking efforts fall short, but it's an area where charismatic individuals often excel. They understand that networking isn't just about the initial meeting, but about building and maintaining relationships over time. Make a habit of following up with new contacts, whether it's through a quick email, a LinkedIn connection, or a coffee meetup. Reference specific points from your conversation to show that you were genuinely engaged, and remember to focus on how you might be able to help them, not just on what you hope to gain from the connection. Now, let's turn our attention to the role of charisma in negotiations and conflict resolution. Whether you're negotiating a business deal, discussing a salary increase, or trying to resolve a disagreement with a colleague, charismatic communication skills can significantly impact the outcome. One key aspect of charismatic negotiation is the ability to build rapport and trust quickly. This starts with your body language and tone of voice. Maintain open, confident postures, make appropriate eye contact, and speak in a calm, assured manner. Use mirroring techniques subtly to create a sense of alignment with the other party. Remember, People are more likely to agree with someone they like and trust, so focusing on building a positive relationship can be as important as the specific points you're negotiating. Charismatic negotiators are also skilled at framing proposals in terms of mutual benefit. Instead of approaching negotiations as a zero-sum game, they look for ways to create value for all parties involved. Use your empathy skills to understand the other party's needs and motivations, and try to find solutions that address these while still meeting your own objectives. When presenting your proposals, focus on how they benefit the other party, not just on what you stand to gain. Active listening is crucial in negotiations, and it's an area where charismatic individuals often excel. They don't just wait for their turn to speak. They truly listen to understand the other party's position. They ask clarifying questions, summarize what they've heard to ensure understanding, and look for underlying needs or concerns that might not be explicitly stated. By demonstrating that you're really listening and trying to understand, you can often uncover new avenues for agreement and build goodwill even in challenging negotiations. Charismatic negotiators are also adept at managing emotions, both their own and others. They remain calm under pressure and are able to de-escalate tense situations. If emotions start to run high, they might suggest a short break or try to refocus the discussion on shared goals. They're not afraid to acknowledge emotions, their own or the other party's, but they do so in a way that moves the negotiation forward rather than derailing it. In conflict resolution, charismatic individuals often naturally fall into the role of mediators. They have a knack for seeing multiple perspectives and helping others find common ground. If you find yourself in the middle of a workplace conflict, try to remain neutral and focus on understanding each party's position. Use your communication skills to help each side express their concerns clearly and to facilitate a productive dialogue focused on solutions rather than blame. Now, let's consider how charisma can contribute to overall career advancement. Charismatic individuals often progress more quickly in their careers, not just because they're likable, but because they're skilled at showcasing their value and building strong professional relationships. One way charisma can aid in career advancement is through increased visibility. Charismatic individuals often naturally stand out in workplace settings. They're the ones who speak up in meetings with insightful comments, volunteer for high-profile projects, or become go-to people for solving complex problems. To increase your own visibility, look for opportunities to contribute beyond your basic job description. Share your ideas, offer to help on important initiatives, and don't be afraid to respectfully challenge the status quo when you see room for improvement. Charismatic professionals are also often skilled at personal branding. They have a clear sense of their unique value proposition and are able to communicate it effectively. Think about what sets you apart in your field. What unique combination of skills, experiences, and perspectives do you bring to the table? Once you've identified this, look for opportunities to demonstrate these strengths in your work and to communicate them to others. Mentorship and sponsorship are crucial for career advancement, and charismatic individuals often find it easier to cultivate these relationships. They're able to build strong connections with senior colleagues and leaders, showcasing their potential and earning advocates for their career progression. Look for opportunities to connect with potential mentors, whether through formal programs or informal interactions. When you do have the chance to work with senior colleagues, focus on demonstrating not just your skills, but your potential for growth and your alignment with the organization's values and goals. Charisma can also be a significant asset when it comes to public speaking or presenting, which is often a key skill for career advancement. Charismatic speakers have a way of captivating their audience, making complex information accessible and memorable. They use storytelling techniques to bring data to life, and they're skilled at reading the room and adjusting their presentation style to best engage their audience. If public speaking isn't your strong suit, consider joining a group like Toastmasters to practice and improve your skills. Finally, let's touch on how charisma can enhance your ability to adapt to change and thrive in diverse, global work environments. In today's rapidly evolving business landscape, adaptability is a crucial skill, and charismatic individuals often excel in this area. Charismatic professionals tend to approach change with a positive, problem-solving attitude. Rather than resisting new processes or technologies, they focus on the potential benefits and look for ways to make the transition smoother for themselves and their colleagues. They use their communication skills to help others understand and adapt to changes, often becoming informal leaders during times of transition. In diverse, multicultural work environments, charismatic individuals are often skilled at bridging cultural divides. They demonstrate curiosity about different cultural perspectives and are able to adapt their communication style to work effectively with colleagues from various backgrounds. They're often the ones who help create a more inclusive workplace culture, making all team members feel valued and heard. As we conclude this chapter on charisma in professional settings, it's important to remember that developing these skills is an ongoing process. Every meeting, presentation, or casual conversation with a colleague is an opportunity to practice and refine your charismatic abilities. Remember, too, that charisma in the workplace isn't about creating a false persona or manipulating others. It's about bringing your authentic self to your professional interactions, communicating with clarity and empathy, and focusing on creating value for others as well as for yourself. As you move forward in your career, try to be mindful of how you're applying charismatic principles in your daily work life. Notice how small changes in your communication style or approach can affect your professional relationships and outcomes. Be patient with yourself as you develop these skills, and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. By honing your charismatic abilities in professional settings, you can not only advance your own career but also contribute to a more positive, productive work environment for everyone around you. Whether you're leading a team, negotiating a deal, or simply collaborating with colleagues, charisma can be a powerful tool for achieving success and making a meaningful impact in your professional life. Conclusion. As we finish our exploration of charisma and its transformative power in both personal and professional spheres, it's important to reflect on the journey we've undertaken together. Throughout this book, we've delved deep into the nature of charisma, dispelling myths and uncovering the learnable skills that contribute to this often misunderstood quality. We began by demystifying charisma, understanding it not as an innate, magical quality possessed by a select few, but as a set of skills and behaviors that can be developed and honed over time. We explore the psychological and social foundations of charisma, gaining insight into why charismatic individuals have such a profound impact on those around them. Our journey then took us through the core elements that form the foundation of charismatic behavior. We examined the crucial roles of self-awareness and emotional intelligence, understanding how these internal qualities manifest in our external interactions. We delved into the power of body language and vocal techniques, learning how to project confidence and warmth through our nonverbal communication. We also explore the concept of presence, that elusive quality that allows charismatic individuals to fully engage with the present moment and make others feel truly seen and heard. Building on these foundations, we then turned our attention to the art of charismatic communication. We learned the importance of active listening and empathy in creating deep, meaningful connections. We explored the power of storytelling in captivating attention and making complex ideas accessible. We also tackled the challenge of handling difficult conversations with grace and effectiveness, a skill that serves us well in all areas of life. Our exploration then led us to examine how charisma manifests in our personal relationships. We discovered how charismatic behaviors can enhance romantic partnerships, strengthen family bonds, deepen friendships, and help us navigate social situations with greater ease and confidence. We learned that charisma in personal relationships isn't about being perfect or always agreeable, but about bringing authenticity, empathy, and positive energy to our interactions. Finally, we turned our attention to the professional realm, examining how charisma can be a powerful tool for career advancement. We explored how charismatic leadership can inspire and motivate teams, how charismatic networking can build valuable professional relationships, and how charismatic negotiation skills can lead to more favorable outcomes. We also looked at how charisma can enhance our ability to adapt to change and thrive in diverse, global work environments. As we close this book, it's crucial to remember that developing charisma is not about becoming someone you're not. It's about becoming the best, most engaging version of yourself. It's about honing your ability to connect with others, to communicate effectively, and to bring out the best in those around you. The journey to developing charisma is ongoing. Every interaction, every conversation, every presentation is an opportunity to practice and refine these skills. Be patient with yourself as you work on incorporating these techniques into your daily life. Remember that small, consistent improvements over time can lead to significant transformations. Moreover, as you develop your charismatic abilities, always keep in mind the responsibility that comes with increased influence. Use your charisma not just for personal gain, but to create positive change in your relationships, your workplace, and your community. Finally, remember that while charisma can open doors and create opportunities, it's your authenticity, integrity, and genuine care for others that will sustain your relationships and your success in the long term. Let your developing charisma be a tool for bringing your true self more fully into your interactions, for expressing your ideas more effectively, and for connecting more deeply with those around you. As you move forward from this book, carry with you the knowledge that charisma is within your reach. With awareness, practice, and patience, you can unlock your charismatic potential and harness the power of your personal aura to transform your life and positively impact the lives of those around you. The journey to becoming more charismatic is not always easy, but it is invariably rewarding. Embrace this journey of growth and self-discovery, and watch as your newfound charismatic skills open up a world of possibilities in both your personal and professional life.